A theme, touchstone to recognize a standard by which we're recognized. Okay, we know who we are. There's a standard. We talk about the standard all the time. It's not just the way we perform on Sunday, it's how we go about our life on and off the field. We got to take advantage of every opportunity. Seize everything, man. Carpe omnia.
Second and 10. There it is! This is history! If Bland can take it the distance, this will be the record! Bland for the 5th time has a pick six! It's never happened in the history of the NFL!
And what a call by you! You got me with goosebumps, Nance! That was unbelievable! History was made here on Thanksgiving. Not good history for Howell. You feel bad for the quarterbacks always, but wow, he has great instincts. His decision making of when to just adjust and turn and go, it's next level, and that is the record in the history of the National Football League. Well deserved, Bland.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy here from AT&T Stadium this week. Bill Jones along with Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy after the big 45-10 win over the Washington Commanders to improve to 8-3 on the season. I got to tell you, Coach, it's a lot more fun doing these shows right after a game like this one was. But what an excited locker room it was after the game. Just to pull back the curtain a little bit, Dak Prescott and Daron Bland were the last ones into the locker room, and you were waiting for them to arrive after their post-game TV opportunities, and that's a fun game to win, right?
Well, definitely. Great win, obviously, but just the celebration of Daron Bland, that's what, the locker room just erupted when he came in. So it's a special moment. I know it's something I'll never forget. You always enjoy the locker room after a good win, especially on Thanksgiving, and tremendous crowd we had here today. But DB, he created history today, and it was a special moment. And I think the respect that his teammates have for him, it was very evident, on the sideline, and even more so in the locker room.
And when you look at that touchdown run after picking off that pass, this wasn't as clean as the ones in the past. He gets down to the 15-yard line, and I was like, to hear the place erupt when he broke through for those final 10 yards.
I had a great view from behind him, and he obviously had to break a couple tackles. So, great return. Obviously, his anticipation, undercutting it. But yes, like I said, he's created NFL history, and just a humble young man too. I like to say, but boy, I tell you, it was special to see his teammates react.
And of course, Daron Bland's 5th pick six of the season. This is the 7th time this season that you've won games by 20 points or more. And the defense has played a role in scoring all those points. It's also 6 home games with 30 or more points. Let's talk about your offense a little bit, because Dak and the whole offense is really clicking right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's you always anticipate how you think a team's going to play you. We felt maybe they were going to be more aggressive with the pressure. They brought the empty pressure I think twice in the first 6 plays. So we felt like we needed to go up top, and I thought Dak was. I thought he was exceptional, particularly in the red zone, the goal zone area. So, but yeah, it's it's fun when you're hitting on your plays and getting into a groove. But yeah, Dak's playing at an extremely high level.
You look at the first half of this game, and you only had 4 possessions in the first half, and scored touchdowns on 3 of them, and there were 9 different receivers that caught balls in that first half.
Well, that's who we are, Bill. We talk about it every week. Our ball distribution. That's a fabric of how we play, and the importance of getting the ball distributed. We want to be north of 80% of our plays where the ball is just distributed, and Dak does a great job adhering to that, and not forcing the ball to a particular player. And then our job as coaches is to make sure we're giving the ball's getting spread around, or at least trying to get it spread around. So Dak's doing a great job in that area.
And it was a 20-10 lead going into the fourth quarter. One of the guys that scored touchdowns in that fourth quarter, Turpin, and it was fun to see that. And I know he's a guy that you've been trying to get the ball to throughout the season.
Everybody has love for Turpin, and I'm just so proud of him, and to see him, make that transition from returner to receiver because he has so much more to offer. And you know, in the respect that he has in the locker room speaks volumes. It speaks volumes to me because everybody knows, you know, when this guy gets the ball in his hands, you know, there's a chance he can take it to the end zone every time. And he's done a great job, particularly in the number 2 and the number 3 position inside with his vertical routes. So he's doing a great job. And you know, and really, I mean, that's a perfect route he ran there, and safety tried to play over top to Brandon, and he's right where he's supposed to be. So really proud of him.
All right, we're just getting started on this edition of the Mike McCarthy Show. Up next, it's David Moore of the Dallas Morning News.
NFL history. Here you go, David.
Y'all know I'm a man of few words, you know, so I'm just gonna appreciate y'all and thanks for y'all. You know, it's a great win.
The Mike McCarthy Show, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by Ford. Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. It's Miller time. And by Reliant, official energy provider of the Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back to the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy. Bill Jones now joined by David Moore of the Dallas Morning News, SportsDayDFW.com, after this 45-10 Cowboys win over the Commanders. And David, you know, back in college, I had a roommate.
So we're going way back.
We're going way back. I had a roommate who had a piranha. He had a fish tank and had a piranha. And on Friday afternoons, it was like a feeding frenzy for the piranha, okay? I feel like I'm watching that piranha when I watch this team early in fourth quarters of games like this one against Washington, where that's where the downpour, the onslaught just occurs each week, it seems like.
Well, I think Micah Parsons would prefer the lion metaphor and the lion's pride attacking. But yeah, I don't remember a Cowboys team that goes into feeding frenzies like this so consistently. You saw it again in this game, which is the result of the 7th time this season of winning a game by 20 or more points, which you just don't see in today's NFL. And this is something this franchise hadn't done since the 70s. But you're right, what happens is once this team gets a lead and it forces the opposing offense to catch up and take some chances, that's built into the strength of this defense, which is put pressure on the quarterback, be opportunistic, and not just get turnovers, but make those turnovers score. Not even flipping the field, they score with them. You know, Daron Bland with his 5th this year, an NFL record.
Yep, and a 25-point fourth quarter. Let's talk Dak Prescott a little bit because when you look at his numbers since that San Francisco game, it's pretty amazing.
It's staggering. These last 5 games, he's completed just under 73% of his passes. I believe it's more than 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. He has talked about, after that San Francisco loss, he spoke with Mike McCarthy. He spoke with C.D. Lamb. All of them talked. And he's just so much more decisive. And this offense overall is more decisive since then. And I think some of this is, you know, there's a phrase, don't let the perfect become the enemy of the good. And I think with the changes they made offensively early in the season, and we know how conscientious Dak is and wants to do this new offense and concept to take root. I think maybe there was just an obligation or a sense, I got to stay with this a little more, and didn't let his instincts and what the feel of the play was. I think you're seeing that. It's more instinctive with what they did in the offseason now.
It was expected that this team would get on a roll here in November with the schedule.
And now they needed to.
Yeah, and now it toughens a little bit. You got a winning team coming in here next week, presumably in Seattle, and then Philadelphia after that.
Yeah, well, now the only other team they face the rest of the way with a losing record is the one they just beat on Thanksgiving night, is Washington. Every other team they face has a winning record. Every other team's in the playoff hunt. So this is where they've done all they can to this point to position themselves to get to where they want to go. but this stretch coming up is going to determine it.
All right, David Moore, we appreciate it. And up next here on the Mike McCarthy Show, let's head to the locker room and hear what the players have to say about this 45-10 win over the Commanders.
This segment is brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort, the casino of the Dallas Cowboys.
5 pick sixes, you got the record. How you feel?
Great, especially on this day, just to be another thing to be thankful for.
What was going through your mind after you intercepted the ball and just trying to run it back? And what were you thinking?
Just go. Just go. I was like, well, actually, it was my perfect one just to show my teammates return skills. That's what they said. They seen all the pick sixes now. They said they got to see one with some return skills. So hopefully I showed them. So. Oh, I could even celebrate after they picked me up, put me in the pot. So, it's just great just have that energy from your teammates. So it means a lot.
I feel amazing, man. It just goes to show you how much work I put in, and I'm thankful for today. Today's Thanksgiving. Now I get a chance to actually eat, so it's going to be a good night.
If Coach Madden were still here, you'd probably have a turducken drumstick on the field.
I'm sure if he was still here, I would definitely be out there. But I leave that to the little guys. Did
you know in real time that you were able to get both of your feet down for that 2-point conversion?
I did. Just a lot of practice, a lot of repetition, preparation, got me ready for the moment. And then, Dad delivered a great ball. I just had to do my job.
Can you talk about the preparation on the celebration with the red kettle? How long y'all been working on that or talking about it pregame?
Honestly, we knew we wanted to do something with it. We just couldn't decide on what it was. So just went with the basic alley-oop, you know what I'm saying? Turk did the extreme. He hopped in, got the turkey leg, and you know what I'm saying? That was kind of planned, but grateful to do that.
It speaks to the confidence you guys have in yourself and the way you're playing.
Yeah, for sure. It goes again to the preparation that we put into this thing. Obviously, we feel good about what we've got. We feel good about the players that we have, the plays that we're going to call, the matchup, the film study we've had, the preparation, the game plan. Credit these coaches week in and week out. And, they're dialing up things and putting playmakers in their best position. And, it's confidence, you know what I mean? And simple as that. Yeah, we understand we're going to be in there. We had them. It's not like we had them in just that end zone. They were in every bucket. Defense, Daron could have got one himself when he jumped in the other bucket. He was just probably stepping on him. But, we plan to be there. And I think that says a lot, too, though, when you plan, whether it be a touchdown celebration, kettle celebration. It's a mindset. And I think that's important for us to have those expectations of getting in the end zone and understanding that we'll get back in there.
Yeah, I feel like lately, we've been getting the rhythm in the run game, being efficient and everything that we've been calling, getting the most out of it. So I feel like we're trending toward the right direction.
You feel a large part of that comes from continuity with the front five and how many, they're getting more and more reps as the weeks go on?
Yeah, just being out there with that same group, over time, just growing together, learning each other's ways and tendencies, and then just learning.
Do you think maybe going to a little bit more zone scheme in the run game has helped as well?
I would say just our execution, and everything that we've been doing. Just fine-tuning the details of everything, making sure we're on the same page and just going out execute.
Did you get your hands on one of the turkey legs that Turpin pulled out of the kettle?
He threw me one, but I dropped it. I thought it was a hot dog at first, but I realized when he pulled it out, I need to go get one of those, man.
This segment was brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort, the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by blockchain.com. Make your crypto play today.
Shotgun on 4th and a yard. Snap to Howell. Here they come. Oh, he's in trouble. Good night. Lay down. Hankins with his second sack of the day and the year.
Welcome back to the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy. Bill Jones with Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy as he rejoins us here after this 45-10 win over the Washington Commanders, improving to 8-3 on the season. Let's talk defense a little bit, because in the third quarter of this game, it was getting to be a tight game. It was 20-10 game, couple of key plays when Washington had the football at the 39-yard line, a 3rd and 1 play. They go deep, and Stephon Gilmore makes the play. And then on the following play, Oso Odighizuwa hits Brian Robinson in the backfield on a 4th and 1 attempt.
Yeah, definitely. Huge plays. Oh, huge plays. I mean, they're as good as takeaways, and we look at it that way. So, the fact that we were able to get the takeaways and the 4th down stops, huge momentum swings for us, obviously huge field position swings. And, and that's what our defense has been doing for us all year.
Oso Odighizuwa, he's done it all year like this, and this was another one of those games for him.
Oh yeah, he was in the backfield all day. Yeah, Osa's, we talk about a lot of perimeter playmakers, but we need to spend a little more time on our men in the trenches, and he's definitely one of them. He's had a great year.
I got another one in the trenches. How about Jonathan Hankins?
Oh yeah,
Hank. Okay, we think of him. We fans, media, we think of him as a run defender. 2 sacks in this game.
Oh yeah, no, he's. Hank is probably about a smart, instinctive interior player that I've been around. I mean, he understands the game. He's great with leverage points, and don't let Hank fool you. He can take 2 in the run game, but when he gets the one-on-one, I mean, he can do some damage in there.
We talk about Daron Bland in the secondary. How about Jordan Lewis? And let's
Lou
talk a little bit about him and just how far he has come in the last year. It's really 13 months ago today is when he suffered the injury that was really a foot injury, a Liz Frank fracture that was even more than that, that was career-threatening. And to see him out here now playing his 10th game of the season here.
Oh, yeah, Jordan's injury was gruesome. I mean, it really was. I was worried about him. And, that was a hard road back. And to see him playing like this in the first year back from a major injury, I think it just shows you the type of competitor that he is. I mean, he's so scrappy, great command and respect, throughout our locker room. But yeah, it's great to have him back full speed.
You like these Thanksgiving Day games? You like that red kettle? You like those celebrations?
Oh yeah. Well, with a 3-score lead, red kettle celebration, I'm good with that. So,
I'm not sure who put the turkey leg in the red kettle, but Dak went and found it.
Yeah. Well, there was a rumor about it in pregame, so it's all about preparation, Bill. You know that.
Well, and then the other part of that is, I mean, you want them to enjoy the moment, and you had the presence of mind to call the timeout too before the point after.
Definitely.
Too, right?
I mean, it's part of the tradition here, So, and it's a cool thing. I mean, no disrespect to anybody, but this is a special place, special day, obviously, and we did what we needed to do today. So, this is the way it's supposed to be.
All right, we wrap up the Mike McCarthy Show in just a moment.
This segment was brought to you by blockchain.com. Make your crypto play today.
First and 10 at the 31 of Dallas. Snap to Prescott, fake to Pollard. Deep and going to the middle, and there's Cooks all alone. In the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Final couple minutes here of the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy. This coach's when I normally do my unsung star of the game. And I'm going to go broader on this one. My unsung star are the cooks everywhere. And, of course, Brandon Cooks as well.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good one. No, I'm following you there. Yeah, Brandon's been an incredible addition to our squad. Just a super professional. He's great for the young guys. We've been getting him some vertical opportunities, but, he's a guy that's done it at such a high level in different uniforms. So he just commands so much respect. And, we're starting to get our rhythm, offense too, as far as getting him the ball and so forth. But yeah, just a great teammate.
This team has won 13 in a row. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Mike, and your entire family. Go enjoy some turkey now. And we appreciate all of you joining us here on the Mike McCarthy Show. And we will see you again next week as the Cowboys take on the Seahawks.
Happy Thanksgiving.
The Mike McCarthy Show, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by blockchain.com. Trusted by millions, trusted by America's team. Ford Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. It's Miller time. And by Reliant, official energy provider of the Dallas Cowboys.